Guys, we're going to stay with the metal content. I wanted to do something different this week. So of course we're going to do Sepultura, live version of them playing Inner Self at the Rock in Rio 2019 live event. Now, of course, going back to high school, I was a fan of Sepultura. They're from Brazil. I remember listening to Beneath the Remains, and I think, was it Chaos AD? Came out. I was definitely in high school for that. I remember the video for Inner Self. It was very low production, but it was cool. I was listening to it. I always liked Sepultura. They didn't grab me the same way Testament did, or maybe Exodus did. The guitar players are good. The lead guitar player, Andreas Kisser, is good. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player. But this band, one of the things with Sepultura, I'll just finish on what I was just saying. They had they were a thrash band, and they were pretty good. I definitely wouldn't at that time have put them on the level of some of the other bands I was listening to, but they were good. I think it was more when they got into Roots, Bloody Roots, and Territory and stuff. They started to find a bit more of their, whatever you want to call it. But what is interesting here about Sepultura, when I hear Sepultura, the first thing I think of is they have the most confusing band history. And I probably don't have all my facts straight, guys, so, post in the comments if I'm missing something or forgetting something. But so they were formed in Brazil in the 80s by two brothers, Max Cavalera, who did vocals and rhythm guitar, and his brother Igor Cavalera, who played drums. Now, at some point when Sepultura really started to move with their music, they started to do really well. Then all of a sudden, Max Cavalera left the band, and he played in a band called Soulfly. My understanding was that the manager of Sepultura was a woman that he was seeing, and we've heard about this in some other stuff too. Didn't Queensryche have this type of drama or conflict in their band? I don't know 100% for sure, guys, but. And then, of course, they auditioned an American, Derek Green, to be their vocalist. I guess like a lot, I did a video on Machine Head, and we were talking about Rob Flynn being a great metal front guy, and some people have that X factor, Chuck Billy from Testament, James Hetfield from Metallica, a lot of people would argue that Derek Green has that X factor that carries the persona on stage as the front man, lead vocalist. I did kind of lose track of Sepultura. I don't even really know why. Now you guys are making me think here. They just weren't kind of grabbing me the way they were when I was younger. But now this Inner Self, they just have Andreas Kisser on guitar. It's always weird for me when I see bands that have two guitar players or two guitar songs, and then all of a sudden it's one guitar live. I've seen some different bands. I remember one time back in the early 90s at a little club called Roxanne's, where I used to live. The band Annihilator came, and I don't know, something happened with the lineup or something, but Jeff Waters, who's a phenomenal guitar player, did all the guitar duty. It was just weird hearing these thrash songs made for two guitars with one guitar. I don't know, I kind of loses its luster to me, whatever. But I'm going to watch this with an open mind. We're going to do a reaction video. And this is Sepultura with Derek Green. And see who the lineup is. And we'll go from there. So we're going to hear Inner Self, it looks like with one guitar.
Come here, Steve. Are you fucking ready?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
That drummer is not Igor Cavalera either. I did hear that he left and him and Max rejoined or something. Killer drummer, though. You'd have to be to play in that band.
What was that?
Did you see that? Was that someone flying by? What was that? On a jetpack or something? Good crowd. Good turnout. That's the original bass player there. A little bit more gray. Kind of like me. So this song, like a lot of bands have done the past 20 years, I think this song might have been at standard tuning when it came out. Could be wrong. I'm just trying to remember when Beneath the Remains came out. Was it 88, 89? But I think they were at standard tuning when they did that. I remember the original video. They definitely sound like they're tuned down for sure, which a lot of bands do. Whatever. Like his guitar, like Jackson V's, man. It's got a lot of beef to it too. Some Jackson V's sound a little thin, but he's got some good beef to that. I find what I find weird is the band was started by two brothers. Now the two brothers aren't in their band; they're off doing another thing. It's weird. That'd be a good read sometime before bed. The history of Sepultura, everything that went on with the business of it. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind with this band. I know I think there was an attempt at trying to do like a reunion tour or something. I could be wrong, but I think the Max Cavalera wanted to do a reunion tour for the fans, and I think with Andreas Kisser and the other guys, if that same manager was involved, or the same person was involved, they didn't want to do it on the business side of things. It was something like that, but. breakdown part with the solo.
Rock and roll.
Riff sounds a lot like Anthrax, eh? Okay. So I was thinking when I was watching this, I was like, why is it that Sepultura, they just don't get me wrong, they're good. That drummer's killer too. They're good. I was thinking right before the solo came up, I thought, well, maybe it's the leads aren't technical as to what I used to like or what I like or what I'm into. Well, that was a great guitar solo that he did. I don't know what it is with Sepultura. They just don't reach out and grab my face the way some other bands do. Had a little bit of a hard time hearing him in the mix, but he definitely had good stage presence. The band's still rocking it after all these years. It's just their history is really weird. You know, it's just I don't know. Many years ago when I was really into these guys, Igor and Max, they were like the heart of the band. You know, it's just weird. Having been in situations where I've worked hard in a few bands or two in my time, and I got tired with some things not going the way I expected them to, and arrangements not being kept, agreements not being kept, and having to leave your baby. It's not a fun feeling, but you have to do it for your own sanity. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I just take Max and Igor's side subconsciously, and I'm just like, well, I don't know, but they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. They just don't grab my face the way they did back in the day. So, but anyway, they sounded pretty good, still rocking. So that is my reaction to not really seeing much of Sepultura for many years and seeing them live at Rock in Rio. And also, the one guitar thing on a two guitar song didn't bother me too much. He's a good guitar player, man. So that is that for our metal content for now, okay? Remember, guys, practice hard, practice smart, and we'll see you soon.